Next, we will have the approval of the agenda. May I have a motion? Ms. Baumgartner.
Madam Chair, I move that we approve the agenda.
Is there a second? Ms. Lovelace seconds. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please raise your hands. All opposed, and that passes 5-0. And I should mention that Ms. Hammond is out of town, and Mr. White had a work emergency. So we do miss them tonight. Next is the approval of the minutes. May I have a motion? Mr. Haltwanger.
Madam Chair, I make a motion that we approve the minutes from June 22nd.
Okay, is there a second? Ms. Baumgartner seconds. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please raise your hands. All opposed, and that passes 5-0. Next is the superintendent's report, and I'll turn it over to Dr. Hefner.
Madam Chair, members of the board, assure you that people are busy at work this summer, making sure we're ready for the opening of school, which is only about a month away. So working hard on professional development and working hard on making sure we've got the number of staff persons that we need throughout the district, and certainly in getting our facilities ready for the return of students and staff in a month. And we'll begin tonight with a report from our Office of Design and Construction, our monthly update, given by our Director of Design and New Construction, Keith McAllister.
How y'all this evening? I'm going to move right in. Well, maybe I'm not. There we go. I think I got it. Chapin Middle School. We are making progress. It's an uphill battle. We know that we have 1 month as of today before we've got to get the teachers in the door, and we are working hard to make that happen. The biggest holdup right now, to be honest with you, has been the glass in the windows and the window frames, and it appears part of that has been an issue where we have frames that we've installed, but not the glass that fits in there, and we've got glass that fits in the frames that we're still waiting on. But it seems as though it's all starting to come together. I noticed this afternoon or this morning that we've got the frames in on the media center upstairs. They've begun frames in the admin area, so we are making progress. We're starting to get the building closed up. Now, if we need to get a little more glass in to fit in some of those frames, but we are making progress. We're starting to install the handrails inside the building. They're about probably almost halfway down the main corridor inside the building with the handrails. I'm putting the pictures up there, but mostly I'm not talking necessarily about the pictures. Pictures, as you can see, folding partition at the stage. If you remember when we designed this facility, the stage area acts actually as a classroom also. So the partition is kind of a sound barrier between the cafeteria area and the stage area to give us another instructional spot. And that's on the left. On the right, you see a science lab. You can see the casework around, and on the floor you see cardboard covering it. That is where the epoxy floors have already been installed in all the science labs, the restrooms. We're putting ceramic tiles down in the restrooms and whatnot. We're dropping ceiling tiles. The one classroom wing we've already dropped ceiling tiles in all of that classroom in the wing farthest from you. And they'll move into the other wing first thing in the morning, and we actually have another crew coming in to help them with that. The bus loop at the far end was being paved today. They said they would finish it before they knocked off at the end of the day today. So we are starting to pave our roads in there, which will begin to give it a little more of a finished look. Plumbing petitions arrived over the weekend. We'll start to install them this week. The gym floor has been installed. I think on the left you see the gym subfloor. That was taken last Tuesday or Wednesday. Now the final floor is actually installed. They were installing the bleachers this afternoon. They came in today and they've started to install the bleachers. I got to give a shout out right here. Anna Miller, y'all do such a great job of hiring administrators in this district. Anna early on has assumed the leadership role and ownership of that facility. She has been to every inspection that our office school facilities has held. She's been a trooper. She's been there from start to finish, and really has played a great role. She and her assistant Karen have done a great job. We're meeting tomorrow afternoon, I think, about our furniture order to make sure they've got all their T's crossed and I's dotted. But I can't say enough about the job that Anna's doing out there, and the fact that she's learning it from the ground up, and it'll pay big dividends because there won't be much about that building she doesn't know the day it opens. As you can see, I took food service equipment's been in for about a week now. I took Todd Beanball and his crew through there last Tuesday, I think it was, and let them walk to make sure they were comfortable with everything, and they seemed pleased. What you see, the concrete drive on the left is fire lane behind the building. You see the new curb at the parent drop-off. They were putting stone in it this afternoon, getting ready to put asphalt down in that's the parent loop, which is the closest to you on this side of the building. The bus loop at the far end was the one they were paving today. Folks, it's going to be tight. I'm not going to tell you that it's not going to be very tight, but we've known that for a month or so now. The best thing we got going for us is we got a great contractor and a good team working together out there, and all the trades seem to understand how critical it is that we get that facility open on time. Everybody's pulling together, doing the best we can. Our inspector's been through. He's finished 2/3 of his overhead inspection, and he's coming back Thursday for the third day of his overhead inspection, and we've scheduled his final inspection. He's scheduled 4 days for his final inspection, August 5th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. We're hoping that it won't take him that long, but that's something that's kind of beyond our control. Be glad to try and answer any questions you might have.
Okay, thank you so
Thank you,
much,
ma'am.
Mr. McAllister. It does look great. Oh. There any, Dr. Hefner?
That concludes the superintendent's report.
Thank you very much. And no one signed up for public participation, so we'll start with the action agenda. Ms. Stowers, do you mind coming up here and, I don't trust myself dialing this number that you have already pre-programmed in here for us, but to get Ms. Hammond on the phone.